Hello everyone from Ali at 11th House Wales, and welcome to a weekly appointment. And you might have noticed that things look a little bit different today because I'm staying with my best friend, and yeah, he likes books. So I'm in the room that he calls the library, and there's books on all sides. So every wall in this room is covered in books, and he's got bookcases in every room in the house. This is not the only room. The books are everywhere. It's wonderful. So we are going to talk about sleeping well today. Someone was asking me for tips the other day, and I thought, well, that is actually a topic that applies to a lot of us. So why not make a video about it? So we're all familiar with advice such as, you know, you need to keep the bedroom only for sleeping, so no work allowed in the bedroom. And we've all heard about, you know, screens at bedtime, don't use your phone, don't watch TV at bedtime. But there are other stimulants as well that it would be a good idea to avoid. So in general, we don't want to be stimulated when we want to go to sleep. So alcohol is one. And you might think that alcohol actually helps you to sleep. And you would be right in a way, because it sends you to sleep more easily. But then it also impacts on your quality of sleep. So especially if you are someone who tends to wake up in the middle of the night and you're not able to go back to sleep, then alcohol in the evening is something that you might want to avoid. Something else is noise. Noise is also a stimulant. Worry is worse than caffeine. And worry is not something that we can easily just stop. If we decide to stop worrying, it's like that pink elephant. You just, you know, the more you try to stop yourself, the more you will worry. So what you can do is actually allow yourself to worry. For example, let's say that you are concerned about something which is coming up tomorrow, something at work that you're not looking forward to, or maybe you are, I don't know, seeing someone, you're meeting someone who is not your favorite person, and you are a little bit dreading that. So what you can do is allow yourself to think about that and play that scenario in your mind. However, instead of repeating the same scenario over and over and over, you can take yourself to the end of it. So play it in your mind, and what happens next? When you get to the end of it, what next? What are you going to do, which is, you know, everyday and mundane, when that particular thing comes to an end? How does your normal everyday life resume? So for example, I take myself to when I finally can go for a walk with Edgar, with my dog, after whatever it is finishes. What do I do after? You could think about, you know, you might be tidying up your workspace, you might be tidying up the house, the kitchen, or whatever. What are you going to do which is mundane? You know, you could be going shopping for groceries, for example. What are you going to do that brings you back to your normal life? And think of that. Think of the after the event that you are dreading. Something else that you can do, which is really soothing, is think about something that you are looking forward to. So instead of thinking about something that you are dreading, what is something that you are looking forward to? It doesn't need to be after the event. It doesn't need to be on the same day. Are you looking forward to seeing someone? Are you looking forward to going on holiday somewhere? What are you looking forward to? And just concentrate on the good. Concentrate on that. Or it could be something nice that someone has done for you. It could be something nice that has happened, and just relive it in your mind. Or a person that you love, that you are grateful for. You could also use imagery. So, for example, it doesn't need to be a memory of something nice which has happened, or it doesn't need to be something real that you are looking forward to. You can create soothing, pleasant imagery in your mind. So, for example, you might imagine that you are walking on the beach. It doesn't need to be a real beach. You can make it up in your mind. And if you are walking on the beach or wherever you are in your mind, whatever your pleasant scene is, make sure that you put in as many details as you can, and you use all of your senses, or as many of your senses as you can. So really make it real for your brain. So if we stick to the example of walking on the beach, feel everything. If you are barefoot in your imagery, feel the sand, feel the grittiness, feel the temperature of it, feel the sunshine and the breeze on your skin. And what about the smells? You might be able to smell the warm sand. You might be able to smell the salt in the air. So physical sensations, smells, and of course what you can see all around you, the sounds. So there might be waves crashing or gentle lapping, might be the sound of the breeze, voices, birds, seagulls. And of course you could imagine that you are tasting something as well, because sometimes we can even taste that saltiness, or you could be tasting fish and chips, why not? So that pleasant imagery is something else that you can use to soothe yourself, to be able to shift into sleep. Something else which is worth bearing in mind is that, we often talk about avoiding light, especially blue light, from screens, from your phone, from the telly when you are in bed and trying to sleep. But in the daytime, during the course of your day, it would be a good idea to actually really stock up on that light. So if you have the chance of being outdoors or you have big windows, it is a good idea to be exposed to as much natural daylight as you can. And if you don't have access to that, or if it is, we live in Wales, so we don't always have a lot of daylight, just make sure that your living space or your working space are illuminated by those bright lights, ideally bright lights with a bit of a blue tinge to them. And something else that not many people are aware of is that the temperature of your feet is important when you are trying to go to sleep. So it is a ratio. Your feet need to be warmer than the rest of your body, or your body in general needs to be cooler than your feet. So if your feet are cold, then it would be a good idea to warm them up. So you could either put them in water, which is lovely and soothing, or you could put your bed socks on. Or if it is winter, you might want to make yourself a nice hot water bottle and put it right at the end of the bottom of the bed where your feet are. And also keep in mind that struggling to sleep can become a habit, like so many things. So what can you do to break that habit? Can you change the furniture around in your bedroom, for example? It doesn't need to be a permanent change. It can be just something, just for a few days, for a few nights, to get you out of that habit. Or can you possibly go and sleep in a different room just for a few nights, again, to break that habit? So I hope that you have been able to relate to one or two of these tips. I hope that some of this applies to you and you will be able to try them and see if they help you to sleep better. So I will see you again next time, which is next week, same day, same time. Until then, have a lovely, lovely week. Enjoy the nice weather. Bye. Bye-bye.